bench warmers and people just on the bench, you know. And if you ever played sports before, you know, you've got the bench warmers. And what happens after a timeout, they go right back to the same warm seat because they've been warming up for the last 20 minutes. And what happens is those bench warmers, is when they are called on and we are called to get into the game, what happens, usually they're not ready and they're not prepared. My challenge for you is to get off the bench. I promise you, at some point, somebody's going to need something that you've got to offer. You've got to be ready and be ready to be in the game. You don't have to fake it till you make it here. You make it till you make it here. All right? But you've got to bring your game every single day, man. If you're watching the Lakers right now and you watch Kobe, you know, they were watching game 2. They were talking about, they did a thing on Kobe about how he's such a leader on the team. And they were talking about Kobe, you know, Phil Jackson's coaching, but on the floor, Kobe's coaching that team. I mean, he's on his team. He's talking about, you got to miss that ball and pick here, you got to roll here. All right, he's coaching his team. And the reason he can coach his team is because he's got unbelievable credibility with his team. And the reason Kobe has credibility with his team is because he brings his game every single night. So if you want people to lead, you want to lead people, you want people to follow, you want people to win with you, I promise you, if you bring your game, it's going to happen. But understand, leadership is something that you're going to have to take. You know, leadership is not something you get. You know, when I was in Coach Coob's base shop, you know, I related to when I was in sports. You know, I always wanted to be the player that the coach wanted to coach. I always wanted to show up early. I was always going to stay late. I always wanted to work hard. I always wanted to be coachable and not chokeable. All right? You got to be the player that the coach wants to coach. But once you become an RVP and once you become a leader, now your goal is to be the coach that the players want to play for. And to be the coach that the players want to play for, as a coach, you got to bring your game and stay in the game. You know, and I'm living by this philosophy right now, and Primerica allows me to do it. I think you ought to make all you can, save all you can, and give all you can. Yeah, I think there's no limit to how much money you can make here. There's no limit to it. I mean, I tell you, you can have it all. The company paid over $40 million in bonuses over just this year. And I promise you, every month is a blank check for you. Every month in Primerica is a blank check. You get to decide what's on there. You can get completely financially independent here. You can save thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every month. You don't have to worry about retiring with enough money to live off every single month. You understand, Rick Susie quit working for 4 years and still had thousands of dollars a month coming in. You build a business to get financially independent, and the last thing is to give all you can. You know, thanks to Coob and DeBell, you know, they've been really working on us as far as giving, and Primerica did give you a platform that will impact so many people's lives. I think a good way to judge a man is by what he says. I think a better way to judge a man by what he does, but I think the best way to judge a man is by what he gives. And I just promise you, if you make a decision that you're going to get through what you're going through today, you can never fail here, you can only quit. But I truly believe when God sees somebody that doesn't quit, I think he looks down and I think he goes, now there's somebody I can use. You want to leave here today and be the person that God wanted you to be, man. You know, see yourself as a leader. Be a great example. I'm getting ready to have my second Father's Day. You know, and I look at my little boy Troy and my new one that's coming, and I think about, man, you know what, 20, 30 years from now, when they're raising their kids, I want them to thank God that they have parents that weren't flaky and quit. You know what? Because I want them to thank God, because I know what's happening. When my son starts raising his kids, I know he's going to do the same because he saw great examples as a parent. And I was talking to, I've got a great group of guys and fathers in my base shop. I was talking to Ruben and Carlos, a few people, and I look at, you know, Coach Whittle and Blake, and I go, man, that's just so inspiring. You know, I'm a better husband because of Primerica. I'm a better father because of Primerica. I'm a better man because of Primerica. And that's not just for me, that's for you too. I can't imagine my life without this thing. It doesn't matter where you come from, I promise you that. You can have it all here. You know, I can't wait to watch you win. I cannot wait to watch you win. Think of where Rick says you get 2 shots in life. Is this your first or your last? This company will allow you to have it all, man. So please, leave today. Don't pull the Band-Aid off slow. Get it done quick, and I promise you, if you do that, nothing will stop you from winning. Win!